Este es un espacio patrocinado por T&BAO, la mejor oferta en nuestra ciudad, en Denver, Colorado. Hello, baseball lovers. So today we have KYLE FREELAND, the starting pitcher of Colorado Rockies. So what about this season, Kyle?
Off to a pretty good start. Got 2 quick wins in San Diego. Ended up splitting that series, and then went to LA. Had a little bit of a rough one, but still very early. We're playing good baseball. Arms are looking good, bats are looking good, so we're looking forward to continuing the grind through 162.
Okay, that's great. So you are a great pitcher, in Colorado. You were born in Colorado. Everybody loves you, fans love you. What do you feel every time that you go there and you start to pitching the ball with your people?
It's an incredible feeling. Being from here, born and raised in Denver, being drafted by the Rockies, it's very special for me. So every time I get to take the mound here at Coors Field with the whole state of Colorado behind me, it's an unbelievable feeling. It's very humbling to know that I get to play for my hometown team that I grew up watching and loving, and being able to take the mound in front of 50,000 incredible fans here at Coors is it's hard to explain, but it's some of the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. So sometimes you feel maybe more responsibilities for being a Denverian, Colorado?
Sometimes, yeah. You try not to make that your focus, just because you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself. But yeah, there's an aspect to it where I want to represent my city and my state to the best of my ability, and I want to go out there and win every single time and bring a championship to this city. So there's definitely that pressure for me, wanting to be able to do that and contribute everything that I can to this team and to this state.
We want to know, so when did you start to play this beautiful baseball?
I started playing this game, as early as I can remember. I started in T-ball when I was 4 or 5, and from there it was just baseball was my life. I loved it so much. My dad played it in high school. My brother played it. He was 3 years older than me. Going to his practices, going to my games, doing everything baseball-wise, whether it was snowing outside or not, or if it was beautiful Colorado summers, it was always baseball for me, and carried that all the way through my career, and now I'm here.
Who was the most important person for you come to be a baseball player?
I'd have to say my dad. Like I said, he played in high school here in Denver at Kennedy, and he was one of those guys in my life as my father who taught me so much about the game, how to go about the game the right way, how to play hard no matter what, give it your all, always try and outwork your opponent. Just a massive impact on my life, and I can't thank him enough for everything that he's sacrificed for me to be able to be where I am today.
Yeah. So what age? So did you discover so you had the talent for being a player?
I'd probably say I was always a really good ball player, throughout elementary school, middle school, and high school. But it really hit me probably my senior year of high school, where it was like, all right, like I can go play at the next level. Went to college at Evansville, Indiana, and from there it was just steps, moving forward of realizing the kind of talent that I have, the kind of skill set that I have, to where I begin to start to realize now I can play professional baseball, and that was always a dream, was to be a big league pitcher. But like you said, there's those moments in your life and those times in your life where you realize I'm good enough to take the next step. I'm good enough to compete with the next level, and you get to that next level and you just do what you can to have success and keep moving forward and get to your end goal.
Yeah. What position did you start to play when you were a kid? How did you discover your arm, for being a pitcher? Yeah. How was the process?
I fell in love with pitching really young. I wanted to be in control of the game. I wanted to have control of the ball. I wanted to be the one that, started and stopped the game whenever I felt that I needed to. And from there, just kind of my arm progressed. Learned more about pitching, got bigger, got stronger, Played all the positions that a lefty could, first base and outfield. So I played everywhere that I possibly could, but pitching was always number one for me, of being that guy on the mound, taking the ball, and going out and pitching a game and winning.
So we have to talk about the Classic World Baseball. So you represent your team, United States. So how was your sensation?
It was the closest thing I can put it to is playoff baseball in the big leagues. Being able to represent your country and go against other guys, the best in the world, and they're representing their countries is something it's hard to describe, just because you see the amount of passion that everyone puts into it and how much they love their country, how much they want to be great for their country and go out there and win in the WBC. And being able to be around those guys like Adam Wainwright, Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, Paul Goldschmidt, being back with Nolan for a little bit, Adam Ottavino, those guys, you got to pinch yourself sometimes in the clubhouse, being like, I can't believe that I'm in this position playing with, the world's best, and I get to go against the world's best. So it was a feeling that is incredible. Hopefully I get to do it again, and hopefully we get that feeling of playoff baseball here in Colorado shortly.
So it's different, to playing MLB is a lot of games, it's by series. In the Classic World Baseball, it's just one game. Everybody could feel, the sensation, the pressure. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's not series there. It's one game. So you're laying everything on the line that one day to win a baseball game. It's not, all right, we got a 5-game series in the playoffs where, if we lose one, it's okay. In the WBC, there's really no time for losing. So you're laying everything on the line. Everyone is bought in, doing everything they possibly can to do what it takes to win that game that night.
Okay. Perfect. So if you don't play baseball, so what another sport do you like?
If I didn't play baseball, I'd be playing golf. I'd be trying to become a professional golfer. That was another sport that my dad got me and my brother going at a very young age. Fell in love with that as well. Played as much as I can, especially in the off season. But if I were to not be playing baseball or have a shot at doing another professional sport, it'd be golf.
So so the career in baseball is not too long, So sometimes do you think about the future, your future, about maybe you can be a manager, a coach, or something like that?
I haven't thought too much about it. I'm hoping I get to play this game for a lot longer and be able to be in the game for quite some time. But, when that time comes, or when I'm getting closer to that time of retirement, I'm sure I'll start thinking about kind of what my next step is going to be, whether it's staying in the game of baseball, staying completely away from baseball. I don't know. It's hard for me to say right now, just because I'm in the middle of my career. Having a ton of fun, and I love so much being around the guys all the time. So we'll see when that time comes. Haven't given it too much thought, though. So
you got your dream for being a professional player. So right now, what is your dream?
Right now, my dream is win a World Series with the Colorado Rockies. I've been with this club going in my 7th year now. Been to the playoffs a couple times, and it's time for us to get back there and try to do something special for the state of Colorado. So my last question is, and thank you for your time. So can please you show us your pitches in the can? So your pitches, and can you explain why you pitch? So this is my 4-seam fastball. It's always a great pitch to have. Able to locate it really well. I love throwing 4-seam fastballs into righties. It has a little bit of a cut on it, and then I have my 2-seam fastball that has a little bit of run and a little bit of sink to it. That I can throw, in on lefties, backdoor to lefties. It's got good sink. It's a pitch that I get, a lot of ground ball outs on. Then I have my knuckle curve that has developed over the past 3 years as one of my best pitches for off speed. And it's a pitch that I can go to at any time and any count and have a lot of confidence in it. Next one will be my slider. Slider, again, another great pitch of mine that I can use pretty much in whatever count I want. Backdoor, back foot, I can make it a little cutterish too, to where it stays up at the hands and it can get in on righties or moving away from lefties. And then I have my changeup, which is great to play off my fastball, both fastballs, for a little speed differential with a little bit of movement, moving down and away from a righty. and another great ground ball pitch.
Wow, amazing. So 5 great pitches. So thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you having me.